Hello and welcome back to our journey through the biblical narrative. Today, we're diving into Genesis chapter 6, a truly dramatic turning point in the biblical story. Humanity, once created in God's perfect image, has now spiraled into deep violence, pervasive rebellion, and widespread moral decay. What started with the disobedience of one man has, by this point, corrupted the entire world. But what's truly remarkable is that even in the midst of this overwhelming judgment, God reveals an incredible path of salvation, all through one man named Noah. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. This verse has sparked much debate throughout history. Many believe the sons of God refers to fallen angels who crossed forbidden boundaries, while others suggest it points to noble rulers or even the righteous descendants of Seth intermarrying with the ungodly line of Cain. Regardless of the precise interpretation, the core message is chillingly clear: divine and human boundaries were fundamentally crossed, and something deeply unnatural and unholy occurred. My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal, their days will be 120 years. This isn't to say people instantly began living only 120 years, we know Noah himself lives far beyond that. Instead, this powerful declaration likely refers to either a significant reduction of human lifespan over time, or, perhaps more powerfully, it serves as a divine countdown to the impending judgment of the flood. As this moral decay deepened, the consequences of such unnatural unions became starkly visible, leading to the appearance of mysterious and formidable beings on the earth. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. These mysterious beings were not ordinary humans, they were likely giants or exceptionally mighty warriors known for their immense power and often violent reputations. Their presence further paints a picture of a world utterly dominated by physical might, overwhelming pride, and systemic corruption. Faced with such widespread and ingrained wickedness, the Creator of all, the one who called his creation very good, experiences a profound and devastating sorrow. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. This isn't the regret of having made a mistake, as if God were fallible. Rather, it is a profound divine sorrow, a deep, agonizing grief. God, the perfect Creator, is literally mourning. The beautiful creation he lovingly brought forth and called very good has now turned into something so utterly broken and depraved. Evil is no longer an occasional lapse or a momentary transgression, it has become constant, total, and deeply embedded in the very thoughts and inclinations of the human heart. Yet, even in the darkest hours, amidst such universal corruption and divine lament, God's eye falls upon one remarkable individual, a singular beacon of righteousness. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. In the middle of this universal corruption and divine grief, one man, Noah, stands out. The Bible describes him with incredibly powerful attributes. He was righteous, he lived his life strictly according to God's ways and moral standards. He was blameless among the people of his time, meaning he was upright and complete in his integrity, set apart from the prevailing wickedness. He was walking faithfully with God. Just like Enoch before him, Noah cultivated an intimate and consistent relationship with God, choosing obedience and fellowship over the rampant rebellion of his generation. Despite Noah's singular faithfulness, the state of the world remained dire. God's gaze fell upon the earth, and what he saw solidified his heartbreaking decision. God looks upon the earth with a sorrowful yet resolute gaze and sees that it is corrupt and full of violence. Humanity has not merely abandoned moral law, they have actively embraced destruction, oppression, and cruelty. God's ultimate judgment becomes undeniably clear. I am going to put an end to all people, the earth is filled with violence. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. But even in his righteous judgment, God's mercy shines through. He does not merely destroy, he also provides a miraculous way of rescue, revealing an extraordinary plan to preserve life. Crucially, God does not simply bring destruction without offering a means of escape. In an incredible act of divine mercy, he provides a way of rescue. He gives Noah precise and detailed instructions to build an extraordinary vessel, the ark. It was to be made of cypress wood, known for its durability. It needed to be thoroughly covered with pitch, both inside and out, making it completely watertight. Its massive dimensions were specified, about 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high, a truly monumental undertaking for its time. It was to include 3 decks and a single door on the side. This colossal vessel was designed to preserve life, not just Noah and his family, but also 2 of every kind of living creature, male and female, along with enough food to sustain them all. It was an unprecedented act of preservation. As Noah prepares for this monumental task, God reveals a profound promise, introducing a concept that will become foundational to his relationship with humanity. For the very first time in the Bible, a pivotal word appears, marking a new phase in God's interaction with humanity: covenant. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. This is more than just a promise of salvation, it's the initiation of a new, unbreakable covenant relationship. God isn't simply saving Noah from the flood, he is setting the stage for a lasting divine promise that will extend far beyond this act of judgment and continue throughout human history. In a world defined by defiance and rebellion, Noah's response to God's incredible plan and his daunting instructions stands as a powerful testament to his faith. The chapter beautifully concludes with a simple but profoundly powerful statement, highlighting the core of Noah's character. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. In a world drowning in rebellion, Noah chooses unwavering obedience. His faith is not merely an internal belief, it is active and visible, demonstrated through his trust in God's word and the immense, arduous work of building the ark over many years. He becomes an incredible vessel of God's mercy, through whom all life will ultimately be preserved, leading to a new beginning for humanity. Genesis chapter 6 is a narrative that is both deeply tragic and profoundly hopeful. It starkly shows the depth and pervasive nature of human sin, so widespread and grievous that even God himself laments and grieves over his creation. But even in this darkness, it brilliantly illuminates the boundless mercy of God, who, before bringing judgment, meticulously provides a clear path of salvation. And critically, it reveals a timeless truth, that one person's faithful obedience can indeed make an eternal difference in the entire world, even when all seems lost. In the coming chapters, Noah's extraordinary story will unfold further, serving as a powerful and enduring reminder that even when humanity seems utterly beyond redemption, God still saves those who choose to walk faithfully with him. As we continue our journey through Genesis, let's now connect directly to the timeless source. We'll explore the very words of Scripture, chapter by chapter, verse by verse, to hear the divine word as it was originally given. This will be the foundational text for our upcoming reflections. Wickedness in the world. 6. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, 2. The sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. 3. Then the Lord said, My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal, their days will be 120 years. For the Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. 5. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. 6. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. 7. So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created. And with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them. 8. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Noah and the flood. 9. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. 10. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham and Japheth. 11. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. 12. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. 13. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. 14. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. 15. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide and 30 cubits high. 16. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle and upper decks. 17 I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. 18 But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. 19 You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 22 Of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. 21 You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. 22 Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Genesis chapter 6 is a powerful, poignant, and ultimately hopeful message for us today. It lays bare the gravity of human sin and the depth of God's sorrow, yet shines a light on His boundless mercy and His unwavering commitment to a plan of salvation through those who walk with Him. This chapter reminds us that even in the darkest times, God always provides a way for those who obey His call. What aspects of Genesis 6 resonate most with you in today's world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Backhand index pointing down. If this video has blessed you, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more profound biblical explorations, and share it with anyone seeking truth and hope. Thank you for watching, and may this timeless word bless you.